This is Golpherra. In the flesh. In the original. This took me about 2 weeks to make. During the first week, I think it was 2 weeks. Yeah, first week. Actually, I stayed away from my laptop for a good long while, like literally the whole week. But then I got straight to work on this. So, yeah. Anyway, here's a bit of show as how it's gone too. This is also a very early version of it. I obviously have a lot more to do, as there are actually only, I think, 7 attacks for her right now. Yeah. There are only 7 attacks for her that I've made. It doesn't include her special attack, which I will get to show later on. But yeah, here we are. It's the original. Spent 2 weeks on it, on getting to this point at least. And yeah, it's pretty good. We'll get to the attacks later, but anyway. You wanna know how? You wanna know my processes into how to get this to work? Well, I'll show you. Let's get to it. Yeah? Well, here you go. Here's this. Looks about the same as with the other 3 characters in the game, huh? Exactly. But yeah, here's this. This is their idle stance. Stand. See that? Yep. It's your stand. Actually, I should probably go into the details of probably the design first. Let's do that. Alright, so notice her beanie looks a little different. You notice that? Do you notice that? Looks a little more simplistic in a way. Looks a little more simplistic in a way. I haven't gotten to the golf club yet. I'll probably get to that. But yeah, as you can see, it's got a little something there, yeah? Yeah, it's got all this here. It looks more simple. It's using vector graphics now. But if you look closely, you'll see I have the original image of it over it. But yeah, it's alright though. Yeah. Anywho, yeah. And that took a lot of time to do. I will not lie about that. Let's take a closer look. A much closer look. Alright. So see that there. See that? Alright. There's the head. Now, let's get in here. See this? This. All of this right here. This makes up the hat. This makes up the beanie. And let's dissect it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. See, it's the original image. Now, when I tested it in, well, for the character, Golpherra, into the game, yeah, I definitely noticed how PNGs are kind of weird when it comes to this stuff. Especially when things are like zoomed in or out. Yeah, up close it looks pretty good, but further away, it's not so great. And I think you may have noticed that with Mr. Slaptastic as well. He uses PNGs for his hands and stuff. But yeah, let's get rid of that. Here's layer 2. Looks more like a headband, right? Well, that's not what that is. And then there are the lines for it. Then we have that part. Yeah. No thing that's gonna do that. Then we have these parts. You know, it's the lines. They do that there. Take a closer look at it. Let's do that there at that point, right there. Yep. And we have a little ball at the top. A little fur at the top. And yeah, all I really did was just use a brush tool and squiggle on it a bunch. That's really all I did for layer 7. Yeah. That's all I did there, but I think it gets the effect out just fine. Hey, I'd say it looks pretty good. Yeah. Anywho, I guess that's it for her hat and design. Anyway, let's take a closer look into the animations, yeah? Yeah, let's take a closer look at that. So, idle animation. Not sure why the head's not... Oh. Ooh, that's a little odd. I never noticed that, actually. What is that? Why is it doing that? Do you see this? That's a little weird. Why don't I just remove it and put it back? There we go. Ooh, never mind. 198. Oh, it's a mixed. I don't know what that's about. But anywho, it uses two distinct poses and it just tweens a bit back and forth between them. Kind of like, say, Mr. Slaptastic double range, yeah? Yeah, that's alright. So, these two poses right here and back it's 70 frames. It'd be nice if we were to go actually at this speed, but no, it's a lot to process, especially while I'm recording. Yeah, I think you understand though, right? Anywho, yeah, that's her stance. Yeah. Alright. Next thing. The run cycle. Oh yeah. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Yeah, literally just the same as all the other characters. But you notice the arms. The arms are doing their own thing. And so is the weapon. Which he has on her at pretty much all times. Except for while she's attacking. And you notice also did this little thing with this there. Yeah. Looks a little awkward, but at a faster speed, it actually does look pretty good. In a way. Yeah. Can't really get a look at that way. It does make it faster, but... Yeah. Pretty good, though. Alright. Next one. Oh, yes. Duck. Oh, dear. Yeah, just look at that squash and stretch. Notice the hands are also, once again, doing their own thing. Yeah, best believe I wanted to keep that going. Actually, we could also take a tour over to the Godot version, too. Actually, I might want to do that when I get to the attacks and all that stuff. But yeah, keep that in mind. I was definitely using that for more accuracy. But yeah, let's look at this. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright. Next one. Ooh, start to jump. Let's try it. Start to jump, yes. Ooh, yeah. Arms doing their thing again with the weapon. Yes. Oh, yes. And a jump sound, too. Pretty good. Yeah. Alright, next one. Jump. You're in the air now. Right? Basically, you would be in the air. And here you go. Oop, looks like it has to stop around this point. You don't go further than this. But hey, I decided to do a little extra there, too. Also, once again, arms. Doing their thing. Yeah. Actually, making this one was a little finicky. And it's actually because if you looked really closely, you notice the hat and the head are actually separated in this one. I didn't intend for that, but it was basically because of the copying and pasting and the way that the characters were actually animated doing this. Basically, the hat is actually a separate thing. I think that's how it was. But yeah, I could have done this for basically all the other animations, but this is actually the only one that does it. Yeah. I don't imagine making any other extra hats for it, but for Golpherra. Not that I'm saying I'm gonna like release this or anything as a mod. This is not a mod. I wouldn't call this a mod. More like something to add to it, not a mod. No, this is not a mod. It's not a modification, guys. This is actually adding in a new character, guys. Come on. It's not the same thing, in my opinion. It may be a modification, but holy crap, is it just adding something new. This is adding something new. Yeah. Then again, call it a mod, because this is modifying something. Something. Yeah. Looks pretty good, though. Anywho, let's go here. Ooh, the hurt. The hurt animations. Yeah. Now this time around, the golf club is not really... Golf club and arms aren't really going to be doing their own thing as nearly as much. Yeah. But, yeah. You may notice the weapon is actually just behind everything. You notice that? Yeah. It's just a deliberate choice I decided to make myself. I don't know. I don't even remember why I did that, but I think I did because then the weapon isn't just, it's not like there. It's like behind everything, so it's like, you know, you probably won't be using it or something. I think that's what I was trying to go for. But also to keep consistency with the golf club being present at all times. That too. But yeah, I basically just duplicated all the animations from the other characters. That's basically what I did. And here's her two soundtracks. Ah! Yeah, that thing. Ah! They sound lower in quality in the actual game in play. I don't know why that is, but it's not my problem. It's not my problem. I don't know why it happens. But yeah. Yeah, this golf club being like this is very consistent, and it's usually like on, like, if you notice here, it's like on the left hand, the left arm. Yeah, it's consistent. Yeah, I had to kind of, you know, if you watch that other playable Golpherra in a game, you may notice that this animation actually has the hat doing a thing. But yeah, I couldn't really do that as much. I decided not to. It doesn't make it simpler on me, and also because this isn't a separate thing now. The beanie is now with the head, so I had to work with that. And then there's all this. And here's a time where I know I spent a lot of time on it. The weapon. Just look at the weapon. This thing right here. I mean, just look at all these keyframes. Yeah, I didn't do that for no reason. Give it a look. Yeah. That was no easy feat to animate. I mean, even the arc doesn't make sense. In a way, you see that? Look at that. It kind of just... Yeah, it looks a little weird. But seriously, look at it at a faster speed and tell me you're not impressed. Like, it looks weird at that speed. But seriously, if it were to go faster, it'd actually look pretty impressive. Because this was really hard to animate. Like, it's just, I couldn't tween that, you know? It was only near the end where I could. And then it disappears because it's now not visible here. You see that? We're really clever. Also, Dennis created a later version of this Combat Tournament. And he actually redid the Get Up animation for Mr. Slaptastic, I believe. Yeah, it was Mr. Slaptastic. So I decided to use that for Golpherra here. And yeah, here's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like there. And I didn't change anything with the arms or anything. This is legitimately what it is. Yeah, it's legitimately what it is, and hey, it's a big improvement. Now, see, I could have done that for the, I could have done the same for the other characters, but I'm talking about Golpherra here, aren't I? So let's talk about Golpherra. Maybe not only Golpherra, but mainly Golpherra, right? So, yeah, and all this stuff's the same here, and then we have this. Then we have this. Sheesh, look at that skew on the weapon there. Yeah, it looks the same there when I did it in Photopia. Yeah, about the same there. About the same there too. Good stuff. Yep. Now something's about to come up here that has not been implemented into the original game. Yeah, that's right. It's a new hurt animation. Well, I bet you're very curious. Let's give it a look. Looks pretty dangin' similar to the wall animation when you bound off a wall. Yeah. Well, why don't we take a look at it when it's in motion, huh? Yeah. Pretty interesting. Interesting, even. But, yeah. More on that later. That is all for that. But now, here are the nitty-gritty details. Let me plug that back in before it dies on me. And let's give a closer look at this. This is attack 1. Redone in Flash, by the way. We could look at this, but I put all of what was there into here, so we can look here. Looks pretty good for the first frame. Does it? Yeah. Anyway, let's see it. Oops, I have the loop still on. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Looks pretty nice, yeah? And I mean, like, compare that to... compare that to this. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, and compare that to this. Maybe zoom in a little bit on it. Yeah, man, just compare that to this. Compared to what this looks like. Oh dear. Oh, it's really lagging there. Hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, like, compare that to this. I mean, there was more I was able to, like, modify with and stuff using that. Alright, it's not what you want it to work like that. Yeah, but yeah, I guess you could say in a way it looks better. Yeah, in a way it looks better. So yeah, that's the first attack. Yeah, I started making that one, I don't know, like sometime in, I think it was like last year actually, maybe. I'm gonna look into my files here. Golpherra attack. Yeah, see that? Yeah, see over here, 2022, October 16th. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I was making these animations, but I never did get to trying to actually implement her into the game. Yeah, that I did not do until, well, 2 weeks ago. I always had it in my head, even a little, like sometime after, like sometime even before that. Like, I want to get Golpherra into the original Combat Tournament, but I just can't find time or can't feel any motivation to. But hey, now I got it, and I can't say I'm not satisfied with the results so far. Anyway, let's move on to the second attack here, yeah? Mm-hmm. I mean, compare that to this, right? Oops, not that. I have not even made that animation yet in Flash. And compare that to this, right? Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Compare that to this, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of. Yeah. It's got a little something. Yeah. Like it's simpler, but to me it does look better. And yes, that jolt backwards is done for a reason. Yeah. Look at like the blue thing here. Yeah, that's the hitbox. I'm trying to keep it in the center with that. I know the characters do tend to move way outside of it, which you will blatantly and notably see later on. But yeah, I move it back like that, and that sets it up for attack 3 over here. Probably should move down here so I can show you all the between stuff. It looks complicated, but if you really take a closer look at it, it's not all that bad. And here's attack 3. Also, notice these hitbox sizes. I know you notice them. But seriously, this game has disjoints. You can't tell me this is disjointed when you have attacks like in Combat Tournament that are way more disjointed than this. Come on, man. Have you even seen Mr. Slaptastic's up attack? Attack 14? That attack 14. That's what I'm talking about. Have you even seen Double Range's forward attack? Come on, guys. Attack 7. Come on, guys. See what I mean, though? Come on. This is just tame compared to whatever that is. But, yeah. I decided to cut back on the leg bending. Yeah. I decided to cut back on the leg bending there. But, yeah, it still gets that whole slap thing across, I guess. Yeah, it's actually alright, though. Yeah, it's alright. The tweening makes it look a lot better and smoother, in my opinion. I mean, seriously, you want this thing again? You want me to make this again? Yeah, come on. That looks very, very simple. Maybe a little weird, but yeah. Anywho, next attack here. Ooh, why'd you turning away? Ooh. Oh yeah, hitbox. Hitbox, guys. Hitbox. Again, this game has ridiculous disjoints. If I were to make them less disjointed, she'd be way worse of a character to play as. And I just know it. Anywho. Still ends in that same pose. I like that. Anywho, let's play it in motion. Eat that! Oh yeah, sound effects. Right there. Eat that. Eat that! Mm-hmm. Just like back in the Eat that! Combat Tournament Multiplayer game. Yeah. Eat that! It like takes a second to try and load the sound. Eat that! So it doesn't look as smooth as it could be, but I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna change it. Yeah, you may have noticed that compared to the original, her one of her arms does not try to hold her beanie up. And would you look at that squash and stretch right there? Yeah, that's not there either. But yeah, it's all right though. Yeah, it's all right though. But yeah. And in place of that, her arms now seem to move like further back, and then you notice they kind of seem to push her forward. You notice this kind of thing that's happening here? Yeah, that's kind of the thing I'm doing. So yeah, in the very similar pose, it's more symmetrical in a way. But yeah, that's the combo finisher. And then we have attack 5. Yeah, man. I can't put the charm of the hat falling off and coming back. But it's alright, it's alright. Just trying to get this in, you know. And that's down. Oh, we're not getting there yet. But yeah, that's the attack. Yeah, the Tweenie made this way easier to make. I can say that right now. I definitely can. And let's compare that to this one here. Yeah, man. There's way more charm to it. But it's alright. Yeah, she was bald. She is bald still. But can you really believe me? I mean, I am the creator, but come on, guys. Anyway, it's literally just the same thing. It's just doing that and doing that. Yeah. I couldn't be as flexible with the beanie. I'm disappointed in that, but I understand it. It'd be a lot of work on me. Maybe I can consider it. Actually, you guys let me know if I really should do that. But yeah. It's pretty good. And then we have attack 6. Now, the starting form, much different. Yes. I remember Dennis kept telling me, you know, some of these animations are a little weird. In fact, he actually tried to make a few changes to them. But I don't know, man. I feel like he only sees animations are best more so when he is supervising or when he makes the animations himself. Because I know I made a block animation for him and stuff. But hey, I have learned, all right. I learned this myself. Like, come on, I learned this myself, and I know it needs to look better. It looks better. It definitely looks better now, and you're gonna see that now too, especially. Check it out.
And stay down. And stay down.
Yeah. Still, like, yeah. Yeah, it still looks really good. I can tell you what, I had a time with the bending of this leg right here. Yeah, you see it kind of doing that? Yeah, see that? Same with the body, too. Because the body is actually all of this right here. It's actually all of that right there. So then I had to also move the leg and adjust it every frame. But hey, the end result did look very nice.
And stay down.
Yes, yes. Very good. Very good, right? And then we have... Oh, wait. I should probably look at... Yeah, let's look at the original. Yeah. See that? The arms start right here, as opposed to behind her body. And, yeah, that happens. And the spinning. Yeah. was jittery. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Now we move on to attack 7. Yeah. Here's where that golf club comes in. And I had to make many adjustments for the hitbox for this thing. And honestly, you can critique me, but please be... You could critique me on this stuff, but you gotta be constructive about it. And I understand I need to exaggerate things. And I did that here. And Dennis kept telling me. And at the time, again, I was just getting started. I was pulling from Combat Tournament and using shapes. And that's actually what all these animations, all the animation for these attacks are being used for. Or were made from. I only really used shapes. I didn't have any joints to work with in Photopea. And that's really all I was using. So, yeah. No joints to work with. I started doing that with attack 13. You know, or attack that would be used after this one in the Godot one. And go into Godot Combat Tournament Multiplayer. Anyway, let's give this a look, huh? Yeah. A swing sound, yeah? I might actually change that. But, yeah. You see that too, right? Like, that actually looks... It's a massive improvement, isn't it? Despite how much simpler it looks much faster, right? Looks much faster. I mean, goodness gracious, just take a good look at this one. Yeah. Like, it's got like a lot of frames, but is it really better because of that? You know? Oh yeah, and the hitbox. Yeah. The hitboxes work here were different in Flash. Or in the original. So I had to make it one giant hitbox. And that's why the moves are so just have these disjointed hitboxes too, you know. So I don't know why I can't just... So, yeah. Sorry. But, yeah. Massive improvement over whatever... a massive improvement over this. Yes, indeed. It's got that. It even has the one off arm doing the little thing there too. I really like that for some reason. It's got the little thing here doing that. I don't know why I like that, but I really do. Yeah, and the hitbox comes out here. Originally, there was actually a hitbox here, and then a hitbox here. But as I came to realize, it doesn't really work well that way. So I had to do this instead. Yeah, notice how it's like nowhere over here. It's like nowhere in this like top left area. Yeah, but hey, other attacks are guilty of that type of stuff too. Like just yesterday, I was messing around, playing around with Combat Tournament. And one of the home run bats hit me with an attack 5. Way in the bottom left of them. They were facing to the right. And I was like basically by their feet. But you know what? They freaking hit me. And it killed me too, by the way. It killed me too. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But that's just one of those things, you know? But yeah. I especially like the frames after that hitbox frame too. Kind of gives off that golf being feel maybe. Yeah, pretty good. Now we move on to our special attack, charging. Now, this animation has went over basically a complete overhaul. Still has the same stuff going for it, but now she doesn't start in a crouching state. She actually transitions into it like that. But yeah. Maybe that's basically all I could say about it. But the tweening definitely made this a much easier process to make. Because it's just rotating. But yeah, you're gonna see in a moment. Yeah, I made a lot of changes. The animation looks super smooth, much different than, just a little bit different than the original. In fact, in this case, I'm actually going to show the original first. And you're going to see the improvements then. Don't mind the hitbox. I don't care about the hitbox. Okay. You want to zoom out a little too. Okay. Alright. So see that there. And then it's just spinning, 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 spinning. And then she throws it on the ground after she's done spinning. And yeah, it disappears. She's doing a flip here, and then she tries to skid. Using 2 frames just like that. And that's how it comes to an end. Pretty good, huh? Definitely pretty good. Don't matter. Yeah. Now, even as I was making this, I was kind of impressed with myself. Like, how have I gotten to this point? Also, keep in mind of this. How it's shifting colors as well. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Yeah. Want to give it a look again? Yeah. Anywho, here, and I mean here, is the new and improved Golpherra special attack animation. We'll see how it functions in the game later. Here it is.
There is no escape!
Now that took about 4 days to make. That took 4 days to make. That's obviously because I had to prioritize other things as well. But I did manage to get this finished. And I am satisfied with the results. Now, let's give it a closer look. So, crouching down here. Alright. Then you lean back. Okay. Yes. Looking pretty good there. But then, here's where things definitely start to appear different. This. Yeah, that's right. She leans back. She's trying to flip. You know that? You know, you see like, it's like that stuff you see in gymnastics. You're trying to, like, do, like, a flip on something like that. I remember I was in gymnastics before. Yeah, I've done stuff just like that. I don't know how to describe it at this moment, but I think you know what I mean, right? Yeah, that's basically what she's trying to do here. Try to get into the air to start spinning. Yeah. Yeah, man, I was like, let's make it look a little different. Instead of her just flipping all the way like that, let's make it look a little more interesting. And that's what I did here. And yeah, it looks pretty good. It definitely looks pretty good. There's that, like, exaggeration and anticipation that I didn't have back in those days when I was making the original. Yeah. I wasn't really able to do that, or felt like I was able to do that. So I just made it like that. But now, with a software that makes it easier to animate for me here, I was able to do this. I was figuring it out as I was making this stuff. Just letting you know. Like, in particular this. This right here. The color shifting. Yeah, that's right. I did that too. Look at it. It's so... Look at it. Look at it, right? So colorful, man. So many more frames, too. And the game must look beautiful, too. Even while it's spinning. Unfortunately, I had to remove the motion blur. I don't know why, but if this I don't know why, but if this symbol right, if this right here is a movie clip, it will not, the driver club will not be animated, and I don't understand why that is. And it's not because I have any filter effects either. Like, seriously, it's not changing colors. But if it's a graphic, then it will change colors. Check it out. Yeah, it's weird, and I don't understand it. It had a blur filter on it, and that went away as it approached here, which has none. But yeah, a bit disappointing. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, look at this. She's about to go up, flipping over, and then you get to it. Yeah, I decided to get rid of that. I decided not to use the other sound that was associated with that in the original. In this one, which is C5. And I used sounds from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for it, which is also what this sound is used for here. But as you may notice, it fades out. It does fade out, which is good. It's good that it fades out this time. It doesn't just cut off, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah. Also, you may notice that it actually gradually gets slower. The spinning. And there's a reason for that. And I'll explain it when I get to how it functions in the game. But yeah, now we get to this point where it comes to an end. Pretty good, huh? Yeah, instead of her just slamming it down, now she just kind of lets it disappear, just like that. She just lets go of it. And she begins to drop down to the ground. And yeah. It's pretty good. And then she starts to fall and hit the ground. And that's what that's like. Goes back to idle. Pretty nice. Say what you will about this, by the way. I know someone probably already said something, but yeah. Anywho, that is all I have made for Golpherra's attacks so far. There's a lot more I may have to do. Obviously, maybe not this much, but maybe not this much. We'll see. But yeah, that essentially covers it. This, that's not related to what I'm talking about. So I won't go into detail here. Anywho, it was a process. It was a lot of time getting this in. But it's pretty great. It's pretty great what I have made here, I'd say. Now, if only a certain someone would approve of it, right? I hope to maybe hear from them. Now, let's go here. Let's go here. Oh, who's that? Yeah, that's right. That's Golpherra. Yeah, it's off to the right there. Yeah, I have not put that in there yet. The name description at the bottom. Yeah, I didn't do that. I can see if I can do that. This actually isn't text in the game, by the way. It's shapes. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do it later on. Well, I'm maybe still working on this. But yeah. Anyway, I made her only playable in this one frame of the game. And for whatever reason, Home Run Bat attack animations are now using hers. Probably, yeah, it's just a mistake on my part, but a little bit of a mistake on my part, but it's alright. Anyway, let's talk about the scripting before we get into the gameplay and everything, you know? Alright. So it's basically all the same as everybody else, you know? It's all the same and everything. Now I had to code in 4 new hitboxes. New hit 1. This is used for attack 4. Her attack 4, by the way. Probably knew that already. Yeah, this hitbox right here. Yeah, this hitbox right here. Maybe show that, please. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway. That is what it's used for. Wait, I was just looking at it, right? Where'd you go? Okay, no. Well, let's try that again. No. This right here. Oh, is it like I can't show that for that? Oh, okay. But yeah, that's used for attack 4. Her attack 4 box. And this is used for her attack 6 hitbox. Notice this. Hitter friction. You don't see that anywhere, do you? You don't really see it anywhere around here, do you? Maybe in a few instances. But this is a special case. Because Golpherra has a bounce jump. Because she has to hit somebody. And now it's actually able to code in the fact that if you don't hit anybody, you don't get to bounce upwards. Hitter Y speed is -15. That would mean if she hits a character, she's gonna be going upwards. And the person that gets hit goes down by 15. The X speed is 5, the X speed is -5, left and right. And yeah. For whatever reason, I probably just haven't put time into it, but I cannot get these sound effects to play whenever the move hits. Whenever these new moves hit and stuff, yeah, I couldn't really get it to work. And here's new hit 3, used for attack. It's used for attack 7. So golf club swing. The Y speed is -15, and the X speed is 35. -35. If they're on a wall, they will go the other direction. So yeah, that's fine. And just like with many other forward attacks in the game, this one has bounds, which is good. And then we have driver ball. Hopefully you're smart enough. Hopefully if you were smart, you would have immediately picked on to the fact that this is indeed used for a special attack. Pretty good, huh? Yeah. Anywho, once again, I cannot get these sound effects to play. Remember, If you remember, there was a bowling pin strike sound effect that was in the Godot version for it and stuff. And yeah, pretty good stuff there. And the HP gets decreased by 40 for each hit. But as we'll go into detail when I start playing it again, yeah, this is kind of weird. And also a new hurt animation. Yeah, it's called Bowling Pin. Yeah, it's the most recent hurt animation I've made for the characters. Yeah, that one where they're spinning. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's used for. And that animation, that state, has some interesting properties. Notice this: bowling pin equals true. Yeah, there's a reason why that's there. Anywho, we are going to look into the hurt stuff, right? Bowling pin equals falls. That's new. Okay. Same here, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, what's this? If parent bowling ball equals true, parent flying does equal true. Go to and stop bowling pin. Play. Hey, what's that mean then? We'll see. This is probably going to be very interesting, isn't it? Yes. And all the other crap's the same. We're interested in that. Now, let's look into this stuff. Here we go. Attack 1. On enter frame function. I have nothing for it there. And I believe there's a reason for that. But I don't quite remember. Yeah. Bot read slaps 01. Ooh, parent X speed equals 12. Huh? Parent friction equals 8. 0.8 as well. Okay. Negative 12 and negative 12. Okay. And parent comma move equals 1. And you go to and stop. I know that's what that is. Usually when they're before a label layer has a keyframe there. That's usually what that is. Then we have this one. Doesn't really have anything interesting going for it. Except now there's the combo move here. Yep. Go to and stop, probably, yes. And then same thing there. Combo move is 3, right? Is it going to be 3? Yeah, it's going to be 3. Go to stop. And then you have this one. Ooh, what's this one going to be, huh? Parent friction equals 0.9. Okay. 20. X speed of 20. Okay. And then you have the friction equal 0.7. Okay. And then the combo move is there. Okay. So this one probably has a lot of teleport stuff right there. Yeah, you gotta be within tagged MC or the person you hit. That stuff. Yeah. And then combo move, right? Is this the combo move, maybe? Yeah, that's the combo move. And then here's this. Okay. Yeah, same things there. Nothing interesting going on there. Maybe you're on this point, right? No. Weird. Ooh, but something's going on here. Yeah. Parent friction equals 0.7. There's a reason for that. Yeah. And go to and stop, whatever. And then you get to hit there. And combo move, probably all that stuff. And here we go. Here's some interesting stuff. Odd. Apparently there's a teleport tag here. I don't know why that'd be there. But, yeah. I might remove that. Anywho. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. If parent on ground. What's this? Is that when you, like, kick yourself forward with the driver and then you move forward that much? Okay. Hey, that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. Didn't I do that for this version too? Come on. Yeah. And then you have all this. And then you have all these. Whoa, right? Look at this. Friction 1.07. That will increase your speed constantly. Your X speed, anyway. But guess what? I had to do this for every single frame of this animation, of this move as well. But here's the thing, though. Now the speed does not stay constant. And that's a reason why the spinning starts to slow down as well. Yeah, there's a lot of code for all this stuff. Also, where I want speed with -15. Yep, you gotta jump. You jump. That's good stuff. But, yeah, see that? Yeah, every single freaking frame, guys. Every single freaking frame, guys. Every big rigging frame, guys. But if you notice, the X speed appears to go down every 2 frames. Yeah? The maximum X speed you can have goes down by 2. I mean, by 1. It goes down by 1 every 2 frames, you see. 1, 2, down by 1, 1, 2, down by 1. So yeah, it just keeps doing that. Yeah. Yeah, it was painstaking process in a way. But as you approach this maximum speed of X speed being 40, yeah, you can't jump in the air. And also the camera zoom changes. Oh, and also, throughout the whole move, you do not turn around as quickly in the air as you would on the ground now. That is a change I've made, and I think it benefits very well. I think it works very well with balancing this move. Yeah. Because now you need to be on the ground to get to turning around, you know? See, I was thinking, alright? Dennis wanted balance for this type of move. Hey, here's a little bit of it. There's obviously some better stuff I could do, or something different that I could do. But you know what? This is what I have in mind, and I think it works very well with the way I've tested it and the way I imagine it going in my head. In my head, I still see the move really only hitting 2 times, as long as you're not really by a wall. So, yeah, still good. But yeah, as we approach this speed, now the numbers begin to go down by 1 every frame. Instead of every 2 frames, now it's 1. So, yeah. It correlates with the move slowing down, your maximum speed just going down, stuff like that. Yeah, this one there. And then, once it reaches this point, now your friction's, now the friction is back to normal. And, yeah, the move is about to end. Now what's this? Special fall. That's what it says. Yes. Special fall, guys. That is the special fall. And there's a reason why it's there too, guys. See? This is more balancing stuff. If parent on ground, stop. Else, play. There's a reason for this, guys. You may think it's all just random and stuff. Like this could be a hindrance. But seriously, there's more to it. You'll see once you see the gameplay. And then it comes to an end, and yeah, it's done. Pretty good. So yeah, I spent 2 weeks. I technically really spent like 1 week working on this. Just, I had 1 week where I literally decided I'm gonna not use my devices. I'm putting them away. Go ahead and take them. I'm gonna keep away from these. Gotta focus on other things. And well, hey, that's all right. But yeah, over the span of 2 weeks, I managed to get to this point, making little changes near the end, particularly with the special attack. Maybe those changes I was trying to balance it, huh? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is now Golpherra. But backing up to this, what is this bowling pin thing? What even is this? Right? What is this bowling pin thing? Well, let's look around then. So those bowling pin things, new hurt animation. Oh, over here, huh? If right wall and bot and HP is less than 50, and flying and not bowling pin. Hey, you can't jump off walls if you're in this state. Uh-oh. See? Buffs and nerfs, guys. Alright. Same thing here, just left wall. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the same stuff there too, right? Let's look around again. HP is that. If hurt and flying in right wall and not on the ground and not bowling in. This is for the player now. So, yeah, even if you're the player, you still can't jump off these darn gosh walls if you're in that state. Yes, indeed. Pretty good stuff. And we're going to see how that comes into play. Quite literally. Because I think I'm ready to go ahead and play the game. Let's get in here, yeah? Oh, and also 2 dummies. One of Homer and Bat, one of Golpherra. Well, let's do it. You ready? I so am. Let's get back into it. Ah. Ooh. What happened? Oh, nothing happened. I thought something happened. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. It's all playing. It's all at once. I haven't deleted all that code for other attacks because it's actually based the attack script attack animation. So we're Homer and Bat. So yeah. Yeah, that should probably be a big giveaway. Especially that right there. Yeah, glitch. Only Homer and Bat uses. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see? All the moves. All the moves are right there. Yeah, good stuff, huh? The special attack will be shown last. Just wait and see. God, that frame rate, right? Oh dear. Yeah. More. More. Right? More.
Stay down. And stay down.
See that jump? It's a pretty good jump, isn't it? Yeah. Pretty good stuff. I might still consider not allowing you to jump up after that. I'll have to see. I'll see what I can do.
Stay down.
But actually, this allows for a lot of jank. And this is just for this combo alone, too.
Stay down.
But, you know, I think all the characters have jank in this game anyway, right? They have some... They have some type of jank.
Stay down. And stay down.
Like, you can fast fall while you do it. You can even do a little bit of this, even.
Stay down.
You do that. You can even...
Stay down.
You can even try and land really close to them.
Stay down.
Like that. Yeah. Pretty good stuff, huh? Or maybe you could even try and do that. Do that. Maybe there are some enemies in the air you gotta get to. You gotta get that extra height to get to them. See? Yeah. Like, and believe me, I know you'll feel it's so cool when you do that.
Stay down.
Yeah, freaking just do that. Maybe I'll let you jump once after it. We'll see. But yeah,
Stay
I'll have
down.
to make the decisions. Yeah, man. Yeah, come on, guys. You see what I'm trying to get at here? Like, just jumping up there. Yeah. No other character can do that. You know? You know, just kind of just you gotta jump up there. Maybe knock them down. And all that. Like, it's all pretty good. And you have all this. And I have yet to get to that multi-hit attack. You know, it's just gonna take time. But, you know, it is gonna be pretty good, and I know so. It's almost like, you know, yeah, you notice the arc goes way over there. Goes much further and stuff like that. This one is more like that. You're able to follow up with stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're ready to see that special attack. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
There is no escape. There is no escape.
Yeah, notice the unfinished stuff. The unfinished state of it. In this way. Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
no escape.
Let's go into detail about that. Yeah, so you know how some attacks in this game, they hit multiple times? Like, they hit every frame. And, yeah, they hit every frame. These ones, yeah, they hit every frame. Like, say, Mr. Slaptastic's, attack 19. His attack 19. Yeah. Mr. Slaptastic's attack 19. That one hits multiple times. And Home Run Bat's special attack, when that's executed and hits. And Double Range's attack, when you're trying to bring him to you. Special attack, of course. Yeah. Some of the attacks do that. And I looked around for a while. And I do not understand what causes that to happen. I was thinking maybe it was like the delay. But even when I did the same stuff there and it was in the areas where those hitboxes were used for it, it still resulted in the hitboxes not hitting more than once. So, I don't really understand why that is. If someone could maybe clue me into what causes that to happen, I would really appreciate that. Because then I could definitely be able to make this work much better than it already is. Like, make it work in the same way that it did that it worked in the Godot Combat Tournament Multiplayer game. In that one. Just, you know, literally make it work just like that. But as of right now, I don't understand what causes the hitboxes to function in those ways. So yeah, I don't understand what causes it, and I wish I understood, but I don't know. I at least have this first hitbox to test with. This first hit to test with. And yeah. And as you'll notice, bowling pin. Oh yeah, bowling pin, guys. Pretty good stuff, huh? Yeah, there's that bowling pin animation animation I was talking about. Looks pretty good. Yeah. But there's also something more to it. Whoa, wait, what? Yeah, that's right. If you're hit in it, from anybody else, you will still be in that state. You will still be in that state. So yeah, if you're getting launched around a whole lot, then yeah, that's what's gonna happen to you. That's what's gonna happen to you. If you don't hit the ground, then yeah, you're just gonna be being launched around a whole lot. And it's just one of those things, you know. It's one of those things. One of those charming aspects of this character. It makes the characters do this, and it looks very cartoony in a way, you know. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, I thought that would be pretty nice, and well, I'm sure maybe some of you guys like it too. It's pretty good. Just imagine it working in other settings too, which I didn't quite get to doing while I was testing. But yeah, just imagine it. They're just getting launched around like crazy, and they're just flipping around, just going everywhere, and yeah, it's it's just something else. I might even change it so that even when you are in this state or that state, you still have to be touching the ground. Oh my. So it's like, if you get hit like this and you're maybe caught in like maybe double ranges, one of double ranges attacks in the air, and then you get like launched somewhere, you will still be flipping around like this, unable to jump off the walls. I don't know, just one of those things, you know? One of those quirky mechanics, one of those janky mechanics in the game. And it's completely intentional, too. As opposed to, you know, crouch walking, as I've dubbed it. But, yeah. Actually, no, that's just a bug or oversight. I don't know. But you see what I'm getting at, though, right? Like, just one of those things to spice things up for the game a little bit. And that's one of them. Now, let's get into how the special attack works when you're going to be in the air. See that? Oh, yeah. You see that? That's like I can't even turn around. Yeah. So yeah, you better make those jumps into the air when the opponent's in the air if you want to hit him 2 times count. Because, yeah, you may not be coming back after that one. Not to mention, you really have a short time to try and jump into the air, too. Because once that camera zooms in, that's that sign that you can't jump. And also, when you do jump, you have to make sure you can land on the ground in time so you can do other things, you know? Because there is that end lag. There is additional end lag in the air. Because you have to hit the ground. Yeah, you have to touch the... Ah, yes. See what I mean, though? That's one of those things. One of those bugs we gotta fix. I don't know how I could fix that. But, yeah. But, yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, that's a way to balance this move out a lot. Just so instead of the speed being very constant the whole time, you know, now it's just you slow down, which also means it's a way to travel across the level too, as well. She now is the only character that can do that too, and the speed isn't too much either. Like, you literally just travel across to one end to the other. And I think that's more than enough. Sometimes you don't even make it all the way through. Like right there. Yeah. Like, imagine like the Total War map. Like, you could just you could just travel the map. But keep in mind though, this requires your special bar to use. You may not end up hitting anybody, you're just traveling the whole way through too. You know? And you know, you still have to jump. You still have that end lag to deal with. You know? See? See? The move is just more balanced. Compared to how it was when it was showcased in that world video. But, yeah. Yeah, man. You can't do anything when you're falling like that. So you have to make those hits in the air count as well. Because you can't do anything after that. Like, yeah, see? Like, you could even do that. Like, in some cases, you may not even have to jump in order to hit them twice. If you work with the walls, then yeah, you could totally do it. And it's just like with the other characters too. Like, yeah, generally if they're pinned against the walls, they probably have less space to get away from the hitboxes, right? So, yeah. Like, come on. See that? You see that? Like, I could hit them both 2 times. I can hit them both like 2 times, just like that. Like, yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Yeah, see, they still go into the air a whole lot. You can't really reach them again after that. You can work with the walls there too. Once again, if you make that jump, you have that end lag. Yeah. Again, you can't turn very well in the air either. So if you make that jump, it's going to be hard to probably try and turn back around. So yeah, this move is way more balanced now. And I'm very happy with the changes. And I really hope Dennis maybe appreciates these changes too. Especially with the way I described it. I've described how it can be used, disadvantages, advantages, and how you only have a certain time frame to jump as opposed to the whole duration. It is now less broken. It's just, you know, I need to work with all the collision stuff. And, yeah, the move's still a little buggy. Yeah, you can just come back just like that. Maybe you could follow up with something else there as well. See? So yeah, it's still actually keeping that mix-up archetype, or yeah, that mix-up type in a way. That mix-up archetype. You know, and this is just with these. This is just with this moveset too. It's not even finished. But the special attack proves that that can be done. This is a mixed-up type. Archetype. So yeah, despite all these changes, it's still there. This is essentially what I was going for. You can mix up. All the other characters, apparently, by Dennis, I think he called them rushdowns. And yeah, that's what it is. But as for Golpherra over here, she is a mix-up. Yeah. It's good stuff.
There is no escape.
And I just have to finish it, get it done and dealt with.
Stay down.
See that? Because, see? Options. This is the option character. Everybody else is... Every other character in the game is all that stuff. This is all that other stuff. So, yeah, you have options. This is the option character, guys. This is the option character.
Stay down.
You can just mess around a whole bunch. The other characters don't have nearly as many options to work with, but she does. And they can both be used for their advantages and disadvantages. They all have their advantages and disadvantages.
There is no escape.
Her own special attack has this factor going for her.
There is no escape.
Like, okay? So, if only I could have done that in Godot, but... Godot. But, yeah, this is what I've made. This is what I've made. I spent a lot of time doing this. So, I have not moved on from Combat Tournament. And I most likely might not. Oh, nice. Nice synchronized idle animations. That's one of those things. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. But, yeah, man. This is the character, guys. It's not the same as the others. But boy, is it still fun to be playing as, right? Like, look at this stuff, man. Look at how fun all this is. Like, this is where genuine effort goes. And I know Dennis definitely probably felt a little bit like this while he was making the game too. Maybe. I could maybe be wrong, but yeah. Come on, this stuff is fun, man. Having these options. You wanted options? Here are options. Here's your option character. Now, not every character needs to be like that, but yeah. That's nice. And I'm very glad that I actually managed to make something like this. I never did think I would ever be able to make something like this. And people I knew on the Combat Tournament Discord server, like, they imagined this stuff, and I knew they really wished something like this could be real. But hey, I gave it to you. I've given it. I've given this effort, and this is what I've come up with so far, and it's only gonna get better from here. Right? You know it will. I just need to dedicate time to this and everything. And hopefully I get support for it too. Just saying. But yeah. Later to you.